Hey guys, welcome back to my small engine repair channel. Today I've got an 026 steel chainsaw here. It is badly flooded. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to quickly unflood your chainsaw without any special tools. So obviously some of the symptoms of a flooded chainsaw will be that it won't start. Another symptom is that you might smell fuel, gas. You might see some gas pouring out of the air filter area where the carb is. Now, another symptom that you might get if your chainsaw is excessively flooded is that it might be hydrolocked. And what I mean by hydrolocked is you will go to pull it and you will not be able to pull it over because it'll feel like it's jammed. And the reason it'll be doing that is because there's so much fuel in the cylinder causing a hydrolock effect and thus preventing you from pulling it over. If that happens and it's hydrolocked, first of all, you want to take the cover off, take the spark plug off, make sure the switch is in the off position, keep the spark plug boot away from the spark plug hole after. Pull it over until the gas sprays out of the spark plug hole. You might want to put a rag there to catch that gas from spraying out onto your face or all over the place. Now, it's not as common that I get a chainsaw that's so flooded that it's hydrolocked, but it could happen to you, and if it does, you can do exactly what I just told you to do. Now, before I get into showing you how to unflood the chainsaw here, I just want to tell you guys a few reasons why your chainsaw might end up being flooded. The most common reason that I see here in the shop is because people have kept pulling the chainsaw over with the choke on. And this commonly happens. People aren't sure. They hear the chainsaw sputter. They don't turn the choke off. They keep pulling with the choke on because they think it's trying to start and it needs more choke. But by doing that, they're just continually flooding the chainsaw. And sometimes some chainsaws end up being flooded because they had a bad spark plug and they kept pulling and pulling and pulling. And because the plug was bad, it wasn't burning the gas that was building up in the cylinder. However, the number one reason why chainsaws come in my shop that are flooded is because people pulled them over with the choke on for too long. So if you think you flooded your chainsaw, the first thing you want to do is stop pulling it, turn the choke off, and the next thing you want to do is hold the throttle wide open and obviously make sure the switch is on. So what I'm going to do now is keep the throttle wide open, choke is off, and just pull and pull until it goes. And it's normal if you smell a lot of gas during this procedure. And as soon as you start hearing it to sputter like that, that means it's starting to unflood itself. And I'll just pause here and show you that it is normal to see some fuel on the muffler when your chainsaw is flooded. Once it starts up, it's going to burn that off. So as you saw, it's really easy to unflood a chainsaw the way I did it without any special tools. If your saw keeps flooding after you've unflooded it, you might have to do some carb work to it, so you may have to replace the carb kit. And also sometimes if your fuel tank's not venting properly on chainsaws, it can create a lot of pressure in the fuel tank that in turn will push too much fuel to the carb and into your cylinder even when you're not using the chainsaw. So basically, guys, you want to make sure you have good spark and not too much fuel going to your carb. If the spark is bad, as I've mentioned, it can cause your saw to flood all the time. So for example, if you have a bad coil, you might have good spark when it's cold, it's going to run good, but after it warms up, the spark gets weak, it can't burn all the fuel that's going in, and thus in turn it floods it. So this is a common thing that I see sometimes on certain chainsaws where the coil gets weak and the spark gets weak only when it's warm. So that can be a bit deceiving for some people if they're not used to know what to look for when this happens in a chainsaw. But I'm going to tell you right now, make sure your spark's good, because sometimes it can be good when it's cold and bad when it's warm. If that's the case, replace the coil. And I do recommend only to use OEM parts when it comes to coils on these chainsaws. So if my video has helped you guys, please like it and share it. And don't forget to follow me on social media, guys. All the links are below the video. And you guys have a great day.